Hey there guys, so we're back after the Sam Adams. What we have here is part 2 of 3, and this is Weyebacher's Imperial Pumpkin Ale, 8% beer. Let's dig in. So the beer comes in a deep ruby brown to deep brown kind of color. Let's get the aroma on this one. So it pops up with a really rich kind of like candied sweetness up front, like definitely a lot of caramel kind of sweetness, a bit, maybe a touch of dark fruit. But then this one is brewed with cinnamon, nutmeg, with a touch of clove and cardamom. And certainly punches of that kind of like sweet cinnamon character, that kind of fresh, zippy kind of nutmeg, along with that kind of like earthy kind of cardamom kind of quality. It smells fantastic. Cheers. So up front, it is a spice candy bomb. Again, it's almost like a all those spices thrown into a candy, a caramelly kind of like sugary, brown sugar kind of candy, and you eat that, and it's really rich up front with tons of spice quality, along with a little bit of like raisin and dark fruit in the middle. But then it glides away pretty quickly. You know, after that kind of like trigger of candy note, there's maybe a little bit of like gourd kind of flavor, maybe a little bit of like chewiness on the mouthfeel, but then the alcohol comes in. There's a little bit of booziness on this one. Cuts the beer clean. Medium to medium minus kind of bitterness lingering as well. So it really is like a initial attack and not too much going on. There's actually not too much residual sweetness on this one at 8%. Yeah, it's kind of like a one and done kind of thing. It almost reminds me of maybe like if there's such thing as a pumpkin spice digestif, you can do this because like it has that kind of rich kind of big sweetness and lots of spice and wonderful flavors, but then it cuts away very nicely. Really nice and dry on the finish. It's not a beer that you necessarily want to go back to too much. The Sam Adams you could certainly drink a pint of. This one's 8%. It sort of punches you in the face. You probably only want, or I only want, 5 to 8 ounces of this. There's a nice kind of prickly carbonation on this one to move the beer along. So pretty nice. As for rating, I think I'm going to give this something like a 83. You know, it does its job. It has more flavor, a little bit more punch than the previous beer. So we have one more beer to do. This is part number 2. We have number 3 coming. So we'll see you there. Later.